that's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he went to Twitter. I was going to leave it at the conversation.
Yeah.
So therefore, he said his piece to the world.
What you gonna do?
Now I say my piece to the world.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me that you gonna tell me who me can and can't have on me platform?
Yeah, yeah. That's what he meant. My platform, but yeah.
No.
Yeah, you understand. Oh,
You gonna tell
Me.
me? Gonna go and say to you who you can have on your platform.
yeah.
You understand?
I understand what you're saying.
And this is the thing, because this is just not about Ryan Clark, because I have so much respect and appreciation to my brother in content,
Yeah.
to my brother as a former athlete,
Yeah.
to my brother as a very well-spoken individual that has opened doors for the likes of me. Don't tell me what I can and can't do if this is the bylaws of the game that we playing. In this world of content, there's no such thing as loyalty.
Elaborate.
Loyalty, well, did you keep that same energy when Stephen A. Smith went on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn and Stephen A. had some strong opinions about LeBron James? Plot twist, the nipple twister, the knee slapper, the jaw jerker. You talk about people for a living and you get mad when somebody talks about you.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it is.
Yeah.
We all have our own opinion,
So people gonna have their opinion about you.
regardless. But what's not going to happen here is you tell me what I can and can't do
Yeah.
on my platform. Given the circumstance to say, this was never about Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, let's clear that up. Set that record straight.
The reason why I decided to bring Jason Whitlock on 4th and 1 was because Jason Whitlock had strong takes that I wanted to talk man to man about it. And what better way to ease all that than through conversation?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Listen to this. I had to tap in real quick because Cam Newton finally fired back at Ryan Clark over what was said on Twitter after he brought Jason Whitlock onto his show. Hold up, knowing Whitlock has long-standing tension with Stephen A. Smith, especially considering Stephen A.'s role in getting Cam Newton onto ESPN's First Take and all of that history tied in. And girl, that's not even the full story, because there's more background drama that's been brewing for a minute. So I pulled out the key points Ryan Clark was making, and when he reacted to that Whitlock episode, he basically said, if someone's showing you love, putting you on their platform multiple times a week, you don't turn around and invite their known rival just to let them speak on that same person. He said straight up, that's not solid behavior. According to him, loyalty is running real low these days, and honestly, that part hit. He also made it clear he hasn't been going back and forth or having issues with people he's interacted with recently. He said he's not here to throw insults or disrespect people just for clicks. He's past that phase. Now he's focused on real conversations and actual topics. Even though his name came up in that same interview, yeah, you won't believe this, he refused to engage. He basically said, I'm not taking the bait. Then he wrapped it up with a calm, have a great day, like nothing even happened. Now hold up, because this situation has layers and I'm about to keep it completely real with you. Yes, if you're in the media and you're constantly speaking on others and trending topics, you've got to expect that spotlight to swing back on you too. That's just part of the game, no debate there. But at the same time, and this is where it gets interesting, multiple perspectives can be valid all at once. Some parts are off, some parts are valid, and hold up, it's deeper than that because there are real layers to unpack here. When I look at this situation, I focus on the intent behind it more than anything. Cam Newton himself has already said there are levels to messy behavior. Yeah, levels to gossip and barbershop talk.
And let's be real, Cam operates at the highest tier of that. When it comes to stirring the pot, he's top level because he's brought guests on his platform before with the sole purpose of letting them go off on someone. We've seen this pattern already. It is what it is. That's part of his brand. Now, when it comes to Jason Whitlock, girl, let's not play. He is a direct opponent of Stephen A. Smith. If you invite someone like that onto your show, the intention is obvious. They're going to take shots at Stephen A. Smith. They've had multiple public clashes over the years, no matter how you personally feel about Stephen A. Smith. And I'm saying this just from an outside perspective. Stephen A. Smith was instrumental in helping position Cam Newton on ESPN in the first place. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't go out there and do your job, you get me? I've had my own criticisms of Stephen A. Smith over the years too, just keeping it 100. And sure, Jason Whitlock can be entertaining and even funny when he's going at Stephen A. Smith with certain takes. But at the same time, he's shown exactly who he is. He consistently targets black figures who are successful as part of his approach in this media game. That's literally what he's known for. It's a calculated, provocative style, straight up rage baiting. He fits right into that lane, no matter how you try to spin it. I'm just calling it like it is. There's really no other honest way to interpret it if you're being real with yourself. He goes after people across the board and tries to break them down. It's not just a critique, and it's definitely not just about giving balanced or fair opinions. It's really more like, let me take shots, let me tear you down, let me load this up with outrage bait, listen to this. That's the energy he brings most of the time. So when you give that a platform, you can say, I'm just creating content, don't tell me how to do my job, but hold up, that just comes off like there's no loyalty involved. Let's be real for a second. When Cam Newton said what he said, I already understood the angle he was coming from. He's operating on that mindset COD, content or die. It used to mean cash on delivery, but nah, I've been telling y'all, it's content or die now. I've said it before, people treat this like get rich or die trying. And Cam's version feels like getting the content or going viral at all costs. You won't believe this. It's not the same hustle, but you can definitely monetize it if you play it right. But I'm just calling this straight down the middle based on what Cam Newton did here. Because at the end of the day, this is someone who showed you love and helped put you in a position. Then he tried to justify it by pointing at other situations, naming different shows where guests didn't necessarily see eye to eye, like the Mello and Stephen A. Smith interview. But here's the difference, bro. This ain't the same thing. The role Stephen A. Smith played in your career matters, and Jason Whitlock is going directly at that same man. Not only that, he goes after pretty much everybody in the space with a clear intention to be negative, not just to offer a real critique. And we all know that. Come on, we're not about to act clueless here. So if you rock with that, that's on you. Then when Cam Newton says there's no loyalty in content, girl, I can't ride with that. Loyalty is one of those things that should override everything else. Being solid as a man comes before any job title or role you take on. There's no position where you sign up and suddenly your morals, principles, and loyalty just disappear. That's not how this works. No, yeah, there are moments where you might have to walk a fine line. There will be times you don't handle things perfectly, or you miss the mark. Mistakes are part of the game, period. But to flat out say loyalty doesn't exist here? Nah, that's not it. You do owe people loyalty in certain situations. Not all the time, and you can't expect it 100% either. That's real too. But to jump out and claim there's zero loyalty in the content world, that's where it loses me. Because not everybody is online faking it for views. Not everybody is out here doing anything just to go viral. Some creators actually stand on principles when they speak. They build their content on loyalty, integrity, and a code. So you can't just dismiss the whole space like that. Because if you want to be respected in journalism or media, people need to trust you and stand with you. And the moment you say you don't stand on anything, it starts to look like you'll do anything for attention. That's just me keeping it completely real from where I'm sitting. Tell me what you think. Appreciate you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.